Yo, YouTube. Yo, YouTube. Welcome back to the most interesting, the most intriguing channel on these YouTube streets, Mr. Numbers TV. Today, guys, I got a lesson for you, right? I got a lesson for you. We're gonna do George Messi, Lionel Messi's father. I ain't find it yet. I gotta be honest, I ain't find it yet. It gave me a little run for my money. So I'ma sit down a little later and I'ma find it, and then we gonna bring it to reality. So in the meantime, in between time, I wanna give a little education, right? I'll give a little education. Now, I call myself Mr. Numbers because I inadvertently, or maybe we're going to say nothing happens by accident, right? But I inadvertently bumped into this YouTube channel called Gematria Effect, right? With Zachary Hubbard. Shout out to Mr. Zachary Hubbard. Thank you, sir. I'll never be the same, right? Zachary Hubbard. So he was into, I forgot exactly how he got into Gematria, but he said he used to listen to stories on the news, and when they're given the news story, say the news story is about like a unaliving, they would be like the person who did the unaliving, they're 120 pounds, 150 pounds, right? So he was like, what does the weight of the person who did the unaliving have to do with anything, right? Who cares how much pounds that person weighs, right? So he just, I guess, realized that there was numerical values and numbers tied to everything in the story. So now he has some very intelligent person on the internet made like an app, create like a calculator for him, right? Like a gematria calculator that adds up the numerical values of all letters, right, and all words. And then I guess he started doing stories in the newspapers, and he started seeing a correlation between all the numbers, right, and the words. So yeah, I don't know how I even bumped into his channel, just going through stuff, just watching stuff. I just happened to watch his channel, and he was like, you could get the free calculator, you could download the calculator yourself, and you could test it out. So that's what I did. So I got the calculator for myself, the Gematria calculator. There's many different ones. And then I just started playing with it. At first, I had to use a notebook. I'm gonna show my notebook one of these days. I'm gonna show how my notebook looks. Cause at first I had to write everything down. Now I'm to a point where I just see a word and I kind of know what numbers go with that word, and vice versa, right? So after a while, I've been doing this for 7 years. And I stopped for a year. Now we're going back on 8 years. So it's 8 years doing this back to back every single day. Countless celebrities, I've done over 40 TikTok stars. I did the CEO of TikTok, and because my work was so spot on, they went and scrubbed his age. They went and changed his age after I did it. So I already seen where his age was, and I already solved it. And then you go in his real bio about his life, just like right here, how we have the bio of Murder by Numbers. Yeah, Zhang Yiming, the CEO of TikTok. Yeah, he died at 40 years old. And after I solved it and I put it up on TikTok, when I went back, maybe a month later, a couple months later, could be a year later, they changed the age of his unaliving. When you look at, he died at 40, but now when you go look at Zhang Yiming, the CEO of TikTok who died, it says that he passed at 41. So if you was trying to solve that, doing this work using Gematria to solve the where the age of his unaliving is, you wouldn't find it, because it's going to say he passed that 41. You'd be looking for the 41 instead of the 40. But what's so creepy is they went and changed the age of his unaliving after I solved it, after I did it, so I already seen it, right? Creepy. Now, this is a movie called Murder by Numbers, right? There's a song called Murder by Numbers that came out by the Police. Now, the Police, right? Hold on. I didn't want to do this, but hold on. So the Fraternal Order of Police, right? So the police are a fraternity, right? Whether they know it or not, there's a Fraternal Order of Police, right? So the Masons, I don't want to do that. So the Masons, the fraternal, I'm telling you guys, when you go deep into this, it's creepy. The strength in numbers. The Fraternal Order of Police is the world's largest organization of sworn law enforcement officers with more than 373,000 members in more than 2,200 lodges, dog. Stop playing. So the largest police organization is a fraternity, man. There go the all-seeing eye right there. There go the Masonic checkerboard floor. And there go the Freemason handshake that you always talk about, the Freemason handshake, right? That they be doing inside of the movies, right? The Masonic handshake. There go right there. There go to Lucifer, the one eye, all-seeing eye, right? Or the Most High or God. They taking symbols, ancient symbols, and making them evil, but we just talking about what they use for in this context. And there go the Masonic checkerboard floor, which is inside of every lodge. And there go the castle. I'm not a Mason. I don't know what every single symbol mean, but I just been doing this for a while. One of my first books was Freemasonry and Christianity, right? So the police are controlled by the Masons, and they don't even know it, right? A lot of law enforcement don't know it. It's 373,000 members. I don't know why I call it brain fart right there, right? And 2,200 lodges all over the world, right? So not every officer knows about this. So now this is a movie called Murder by Numbers, which came out in 2002, right? Now this movie is about two teenage serial killers, right? One is very smart. One is very smart. I think this is the smart one. This is the rich one. One is very smart, right? This is the rich one. This is Ryan Gosling. This is the rich one, and the other one is very intelligent, right? Michael Pitt. So Michael Pitt is very intelligent. He's a teenage serial killer. They play teenagers in high school, and Ryan Gosling is the well-off serial killer, right? Now, the body of a young woman is found in a ditch in the woods of the small California coastal town of San Benito, right? Santa, Satan, Santa Claus, Satan, Santa Fe, Santa, Satan. Yeah, my tummy grumbling. We on a fast. We not eating this morning, right? We doing this all off the head. We fasting. We got a nice 3-day workout, and we gonna rest up like Mike Mensa said to do. So we just gonna we chilling today. We not exercising. I might shadow box. I don't know. Tenacious homicide detective Sandra Bullock and her new partner Ben Chaplin uncover. So the police, right? There's a fraternal order of police, but this movie is about the police. Sandra Bullock is a police officer. She's a detective, and her partner Ben Chaplin, right? You get it? You get it? Uncover a trail of shrewdly concealed evidence that links two brilliant young men. So they're saying the two men are brilliant, right? So they're two brilliant serial killers in high school who are unaliving the students and leaving clues for the police, for the police, for the police to figure out. Two serial killers in high school. Members of Congress need to know that the Fraternal Order of Police members are active voters who will hold them accountable for their actions, right? Controlling the damn Congress, right? You voting, but you don't even know who you voting for, right? So they're leaving two intelligent serial killers, leaving evidence for the police, Sandra Bullock and Ben Chaplin, to figure out. Ryan Gosling, who got a lot of money, but he's a serial killer. And Michael, 33, like a Freemason. When you add up all the letters in Michael, it equals 33. Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, right? Michael Myers. Man, stop playing with me, man. We're getting an education today. So what am I doing? Am I not allegedly solving the unaliving of all these celebrities using numbers, using mathematics? Look, they turn the E into a 3 and the B into a 8, even though B is the second letter of the alphabet and E is the fifth, right? But just the 3 is like an E, right? And the B is like an 8, right? So Sandra Bullock, right? Now the song Murder by Numbers is about taking out people to get to the top of your profession, right? It came out in 1983, right? The song Murder by Number, though originally the B-side to Every Breath You Take, Every Move You Make, I'll Be Watching You. That's their other song, right? Lucifer, when you sign up in this industry, every breath you take, every move you make, I'll be watching you. You cannot go to the police because I own the police, right? The police, which is controlled by the fraternity, by the Masons. They're telling Congress what to do. They're telling Congress, we're going to hold you accountable, right? They run in the damn Congress. Who you voting for? Right? So every breath you take, every move you make, Lucifer, I'll be watching you, right? I got my eye on you, right? That makes sense? We freestyle here. This is just the top of my head. This is not rehearsed, y'all. So once you decide on unaliving somebody, you got to make your heart into stone. A good-hearted person does not just want to unalive somebody for no reason, because we know taking a life is wrong, right? And if you find that your hands are still winning, then you can turn murder into an art. If you could deal with taking somebody's life, you can turn it into an art. You can make it art. You can make the crime scene artistic. There really isn't any need for bloodshed. You just do it with a little more finesse. You don't have to leave blood and fingerprints for forensics all over the scene. No, you could do this cleanly. You can slip a tablet into somebody's coffee that avoids an awful lot of mess. So they're telling you how to unalive somebody without leaving a lot of evidence on the crime scene for forensics, so the unaliving can be tied back into you, right? They're trying to tell you how to unalive people and do it in an artistic way and still get away with it. This is creepy. This is a song written by the music industry, right? They say you gotta sell your soul to the devil to become a famous musician, right? Now, if you have a taste for this experience and you're flushed with your very first success, if you catch your first body or your first hat and you can deal with your conscience, then you must try a twosome or a threesome, and you'll find that your conscience bothers you a lot less. So if you catch your first hat and you can deal with your conscience and your nightmares and your cold sweats, right? and feeling like you did something that you can't come back from, right? Then try it again. Try to unalive somebody else and do it again and try to get away with it. And keep doing that until you just become one of the greatest unalivers in the industry, right? Because it's murder by numbers, 1, 2, 3. It's easy to do as singing your ABCs. 1, 2, 3. Michael Jackson, ABC. Michael, 33. Freemasonry. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Right? That makes sense, right? Now, Gematria is an alphanumeric. I'm just running everything and tying everything together so you just get it, right? Gematria is an alphanumeric numerology system. It assigns numerical values to letters in the Hebrew alphabet. This is from the Bible. This is real, guys. This is real, guys. All praise to the Most High. This is real, guys. Readers use it to find hidden meaning. I'm one of the only people in the world to do this like this. Not the first person to do Gematria. Shout out to Zachary Herbert. That's who I learned from, and I'm sure he learned from other people, right? But the way in which I only show the age of the unaliving hidden in the story like a riddle, there's nobody else to do it like me. I've watched other channels, right, who learn from Zachary Hubbard, also who have way more followers than me, hundreds and thousands of followers, and I watched them do the same person I did, and they did not find the number. They did amazing work, but they didn't find the number, which let me know I'm set apart from everybody else, right? I'm stamping my claim. Readers use it to find hidden meanings, connections, or spiritual parallels between different words and biblical phrases that share the same numerical sum, right? So when you add up all the letters in any word, phrase, name, license plate number, address, you get the sum, right? Now, where was the first time Gematria has been seen in the world? It was from King Sargon II, right? Hold on. We got to do something. Okay, they got it queued up for me, right? They already know. AI. The first recorded historical use of Gematria appears in the 8th century BCE Assyrian inscription by King Sargon II, who built a city wall to match the numerical value of his name, right? So this was the king of Assyria, 8th century BC, before Christ. He built a wall which matches up the numbers, and when you add up all the letters in King Sargon II, the number you get, it also matches up the length of the wall that he built in his name, right? In Jewish and biblical tradition, this is from the scriptures. If you believe the Bible and the scriptures is real, you cannot deny this work. You cannot deny my work, right? Alphanumeric cipher practices emerged later, appearing in the early Hebrew cipher forms like Atbash in the Hebrew Bible, and explicitly in the 2nd century CE Arabic literature, right? Now, who's King Sargon II? This is King Sargon II, right? We see this on the reliefs and the basilicas, if I said that right. Look, this is like a giant man. He's huge, right? And I say this is in the movie The Lord of the Rings, King Sauron, the Dark Lord, the big, tall. He was knocking about 50 soldiers away with one strike, with one blow, right? King Sargon II. And he got the wings, right? Half man, half like a cherubim or a seraphim. See, he got them locks. You see, he got them locks, right? You know who it is, right? So King Sargon II was the king of the Neo-Assyrian Empire. You can't say this isn't real. From 722 before Christ to his death in the Battle of 705. Most likely the son of Tiglath-Pileser III, the three, they love 3, 6, and 9. Sargon is generally believed to have become king after overthrowing Shalmaneser V most likely his brother. So he murked off his brother. He overthrew, I don't know if he murked him off, but he overthrew his brother and he took over, right? I'm telling you, yo, King Sauron in the movie The Lord of the Rings, right? The Dark Lord, that all-seeing eye that's on fire. So guys, I just wanted to give you a rundown of the history of Gematria, where it was first seen. It was first seen used by the king of Assyria, who built a wall in his name, and if I believe 16,283 cubits long. And when you add up all that number and you add up King Sargon, you get the sum total of the number when you add up the number of the wall, right? Proving that Gematria is a real thing and there are numbers hidden inside of words, right? Now, Sandra Bullock, she is the star in this movie. The song Murder by Numbers came out in 1983, sung by the Police, which is a fraternity, right? And when you add up all the letters in murder, you get the number 83, right? You get the number 83, which is the year that the song Murder by Numbers come on, which is sung by the Police, which is about unaliving people to get to the top of your profession. They didn't just say music profession, they said profession, period, right? Sandra Bullock is one of the police, the detectives. This is freestyle off the top of my head, guys. Sandra Bullock, 83, Murder 83, the song Murder by Numbers, 1983, sung by the Police. Sandra Bullock is a police detective trying to solve murders by two teenage serial killers in high school who are very brilliant. One is very intelligent and the other one is very financially well off, so he has resources to hide the bodies and do the crimes because he has money. Look at the bottom of the chart. Look how 80 in reverse, how 83 lines up with 38. Murder and Sandra Bullock, 83, 38 in reverse. 38 is murder. Murder by Numbers. That makes sense? It has to. Thank you guys. This is Mr. Numbers TV. I just gave you a rundown so you can understand what I'm doing and understand my work, so you don't look at Sandra Bullock. 133. 133 is government. It's government, right? If I'm not mistaken, if I know my work correctly, government is 133 and 137. It's murder. Look, government 133, Sandra Bullock 133. The police is a part of the government. Yo, I'm done, man. I'm done. So if this makes sense, then kindly like, comment, share, subscribe. Mr. Numbers TV, the most interesting channel on these YouTube streets. 46 is sacrifice, right? 46 is sacrifice. Joe Biden, the 46th president of the United States, his son Bo, dead at 46. Allegedly, I'm not saying nothing. Right? Donald Trump, 47, government, the 47th president of the United States. Not by accident. Trump, 47, government. Listen, guys, this is look at Trump and government. Look at 52 and 25. Nothing but there's no need to vote. There's no reason to vote. It's already scripted. It's already scripted by Hollywood. They know who the president is gonna be already. You just a fool. Listen, this is I'm sorry. So if this all makes sense, then kindly like, comment, share, subscribe to Mr. Numbers TV, the most intriguing channel on these YouTube streets, with your guy Mr. Numbers TV, giving you an education on Gematria, Murder by Numbers, the song and the movie, where Gematria comes from King Sargon, the king of Assyria, who built a wall that the length of the wall, when you add up all the numbers, it also adds up to the length when you add up all the letters and numbers in his name, proving that Gematria is real, that numbers are hidden inside of words. Sandra Bullock, who's a police detective, the Fraternal Order of Police, 373,000 members all sworn in, and 2,200 lodges all over the world. Not every police officer and detective knows about it. Even though they're working for the police, they don't know that their fellow officer is a sworn member of the fraternity. They don't know. It's a brotherhood, secret society, right? But it's out in the open. But you don't know the control. So I just tied everything in to where it makes sense, right? I've been doing this for 7 years straight. I have 7 years worth of case studies on all celebrities, actors, politicians, historical events. I did the Titanic. I did Jack the Ripper. I did the Summer of Sam, 44 caliber killer. I did everybody. Charles Manson. Did everybody. I have my cousin is a professional athlete, famous. Something tragic happened to him when he went in the industry. And I have another cousin who they made a movie about her life because something tragic happened to her. And I solved all of them. She died at 38. Murder is 38. The lady who directed the movie about her, she has her same name. The lady who made the movie about my cousin has her same name. Creepy. I was going to be a rapper. I was going to sign to Empire. King Von dead, Mo3 dead, Young Dolph dead. I was going to sign before all of them. Now every artist is signed to Empire. Empire 33, Ghazi 33. The Most High took me out of this and showed me this, right? I spoke to Corey Feldman's publicist who told me you could pay to be on the Billboard charts. I was a rapper. I made it to the 150 national charts. That's the chart right before the Billboard 100. If I would have kept going, I'd have been on the Billboard 100. I'm not saying I would have been number 1. I might have been number 98 then, but you could move up. But you can also pay to be on the charts. It's fake. Listen, this is Mr. Numbers TV, giving you a grand education on Gematria, Murder by Numbers, the song and the movie, the Fraternal Order of Police who really control the police and is telling Congress they better act right. They better get in line, right? Showing you how the presidents is controlled too. Their numbers nothing by accident. They know who the president gonna be. They have to make sacrifices. All praises due to the Most High. This is real, right? Christ is real. Different names for Christ, but the fact that the Most High walked the earth spiritually, physically, but in a spiritual body. And some believe, some didn't believe. Right? And that spirit is also inside of you. Yo, let's go. This is Mr. Numbers TV. Like, comment, share, subscribe. On to another one, guys. Hope you like this. Hope it made sense. And show everybody, mommy, your daddy, your teachers. The majority of the world don't know about this. And I'm the only person I'm claiming to show me somebody else that does it like this. Right? Strictly go for the age and the numbers. I could do people who are alive too, not only unalivings, right? They're all celebrities. I could do foods, everything. I could tie everything in. So thank you so much for watching. Hope this made sense. Hope you got a grand education.